All right, welcome back. All right, so this is the second video in this series. So we were talking about the Photoshop mock-up that you guys have due next class. Okay, so inside of this mock-up, we see that this looks like our home page, and that's all you need. You need the mock-up to be of your main page, and we'll continue throughout this series because right now you guys are entering the part where you're creating your own web pages. Okay, so this is where we are in the game now. So if we look at this Photoshop document, one thing I want you guys to see or take note of, it's organized in the way our website is. So here we have body. Okay, our body is organized. Then we have our wrapper. See, the wrapper layer is organized into layer groups. If we drill down in wrapper, we'll see the background with this gradient. We'll also see that there's a texture. I hid the texture. If I show the texture, this is what it would look like with the texture. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a winter texture, but I'm going to hide it because I have it hidden for now. Also, I have a gradient, a transparent gradient on the background, and that transparent gradient is the gradient right here, but it leads into the blue, which is how you see both gradients in the background here as well. Of course, I could have done a orange to blue texture as well. Those of you who know about gradients in Photoshop, those of you Photoshop gurus, you could do it that way too. As you know, there's plenty of ways to do one thing in Photoshop, and that's just the method that I chose to do. Partly because I had this texture in at first, and it made like a cool little transition. So, but that's just how I did that one. But anyway, so we have the wrapper. Then we also have the footer. Notice inside the footer subgroup, if we drill down inside of that, you'll see the copyright, and then you'll see the footer background as well. So it's organized. Staying organized is going to help you. It's going to help you with your workflow, and it's going to help you to be able to find stuff easily. So it's really, really important to stay organized. Then we have main. If we drill down in main, we'll see our text for our season, this information in here, the background behind main, this green background as well. Then we have a side, which is our side area over here. And inside of that, you'll see a few things in here. You'll see that we have the shape. We also have the image. And the image with that arrow is what's called clipped inside of that shape. We went over that in class. We'll go over that today as well. And then we have an adjustment layer clipped inside of this shape as well. And we'll go over that in the video as we did in class. Okay, and then we have our nav area. And inside of our nav area, we have two states. We have our normal state. As we look, it's in white. If we take that off, and now we have our hover state. And when they hover over it, it becomes orange. So it kind of goes like this. This is in regular state. And then as the viewer hovers their mouse over it, it'll go in to the orange color. Okay, so that's our nav area. And then we have our header. And within our header area, we have a lot happening inside of here. We have that rounded rectangle, which is this shape right here. Inside of there, we have this image clipped into that shape. We have our text, shadow for the text. We also have the season's title. And we have another rounded rectangle, which actually this is our social media area. And this should be into another subgroup, actually. So there's something I neglected to do. But easy to do. If we have to make changes, I can highlight all of this down to here. I'm thinking that's all that's going into that. I can just hit Command G, group those together, and I'm going to name that one social media. So I'll say social. Oops. All lowercase. Actually, I named it SM. So I'm going to name it to keep it within, to keep it organized. I'm going to call it SM. So the social media group sits inside of header, meaning if I click the eyeball off, it should disappear, and it does. All right. And then inside of our social media group, we have the Facebook logo, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and then that follow us that you guys see up top. And then the rounded rectangle. I'm really hoping this is not fuzzy. Of course, for me, because I'm doing it at such a low resolution, it looks fuzzy, but I'm really hoping on the video that it looks better, because this was what I was hoping was going to be the solution to this, but we'll see, to the fuzzy videos in the past. Okay, and so we have header at the top. All right, so it's organized very neatly. I know where everything is, and then when I go into Dreamweaver, it'll be very easy for me to start dividing this out because I organized it so well. I think that's all I want to show you of this document. Let me see. Actually, we wanted to view it in pixels, so I have the ruler. I'm going to go inside the ruler. If you can't see your rulers, easy way to do it. You can go to view, and then you can go to rulers and make sure it's checked. If it is unchecked like this, you won't see it. So you want to go to view, rulers, so you can see your rulers, and they'll pop up like this. Or you can just simply hit Command R, which is a shortcut key. Notice I hit Command R, it goes away. I hit it again, it comes back. Command R is a shortcut key to show you rulers. And then if I want to change it, see right now it's set at inches, but I know that I'm working with the web and I want to work in pixels. I can just go into any of the ruler inside, making sure I'm in between, right click, and then see it's set at inches. I can just choose pixels, and now my ruler changes, and now it's reading in pixels. That's the best for us to read in since the web reads pixels. So go ahead and make that change now. I know a lot of you know Photoshop, but as I learned in the class, you're all at different levels, where some of you know very minimal amount of Photoshop. And then, of course, those of you who had Lisa's class know more about Photoshop. So let me just, I don't need to bore you guys with the menus. You should know how the menus work. The tools, you should know how they work. So we'll go into the next video, and then we'll actually get started. Again, I left my file at work, so I can't show you how far we got. So we're going to start over from scratch, but it's going to be a little different. I like to freestyle things as well. I just wanted to show you this one to show you the organization of how it is, but we'll probably be choosing different fonts and playing around. Again, it's freestyle, so you know what happens, should be kind of cool, but we'll see. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to stop this one for now, and in the next video we'll continue.